Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mrs. Gallagher, and today we're going to talk about polygons. So a polygon is a simple closed figure formed by 3 or more line segments. Polygons are classified by the number of sides. So we classify our polygons by the number of sides. And here are some common polygons you should know. Whenever we have a 3-sided figure, that polygon name is a triangle. A 4-sided polygon is known as a quadrilateral. A 5-sided polygon is known as a pentagon. A 6-sided polygon is known as a hexagon. And an easy way to remember hexagon for 6 is hexagon has an X in it, and the word 6 also has an X in it. And that leads us to a 7-sided polygon, which is known as a heptagon. An 8-sided polygon is known as an octagon. A 9-sided polygon is known as a nonagon. A 10-sided figure is known as a decagon. And a 12-sided polygon is known as a dodecagon. So these are the 9 common polygons that you need to know. Okay, so next, an interior angle is an angle that is formed by 2 consecutive sides of a polygon. The sum of the measures of the interior angles depends on the number of sides. So that's what a key concept here, and you need to know this formula. For a polygon with n sides, and n stands for the number of sides, the sum of the measures of the interior angles is, and our formula is, n minus 2 times 180. And the n stands for your number of sides. So now with this formula, let's do some examples. So in example 1, it says, what is the sum of the measures of the interior angles of the nonagon? Okay, so let's write our formula down. We know our formula to find the interior angles of a polygon is n minus 2 times 180. And now you want to identify, they're talking about a nonagon here. So how many sides are a nonagon? A nonagon has 9 sides, so n is going to be equal to 9. So now you're going to plug in 9 for your n value. So you have 9 minus 2 times 180. Next, you're going to subtract 9 minus 2, parentheses first, and that gives us 7. And then you're going to multiply 7 times 180. And 7 times 180 gives us 1,260 degrees. So the total sum of your interior angles of a nonagon is 1,260 degrees. Let's look at our next example, example 2. It says, what is the sum of the measures of the interior angles of a heptagon? So you want to say to yourself, we're talking about a heptagon, and a heptagon has how many sides? It has 7 sides. So your n is going to be equal to 7. We're going to write our formula. This is always the formula to find your total measure of the interior angles. So n minus 2 times 180. We know n equals 7. So 7 minus 2 times 180. 7 minus 2 is 5. So 5 times 180. And 5 times 180 is going to give us 900 degrees. And that is your answer. So what I would like you to do on your own is do you try. What is the sum of the measures of the interior angles of a decagon? Let's do another type of problem together. So let's look at a different type of example here. It says find the unknown angle measure of the pentagon. And in step 1 it says find the sum of the angle measures. So we're going to use the same formula, n minus 2 times 180. And in a pentagon we know that n equals 5. So now we're going to replace n with 5. So we have 5 minus 2 times 180. 5 minus 2 gives us 3. And and we're going to multiply it by 180, and that gives us 540 degrees. So that's your total interior angle measurement. Now in step 2 it says, write an equation, let x equal the unknown angle measure. So let's look at the diagram, the figure. Let's look what we have here. We have a box which indicates that's a 90-degree angle. We know another angle is equal to 75 degrees. We have 130 degrees as one angle, 135, and then x. And we want to find x. So we're going to set up an equation. We're going to say 90 plus 75 plus 130 plus 135 plus x equals, and we're going to set it equal to what we just found, the total interior angle measurement, which is 540 degrees. Remember, we want to find x here. Our next step is you want to combine our like terms. So we're going to add 90 plus 75 plus 130 plus 135, and that's going to give us 430 plus x equals 540. You want to get x by itself, so we're going to subtract 430 from each side. 430's cancel. X equals 540 minus 430 is 110 degrees. And that is your answer. X equals 110 degrees. Let's do one more example together. Let's look at example 4. A hexagon has 5 angles with the measures of 142 degrees, 84 degrees, 123 degrees, 130 degrees, and 90 degrees. What is the measure of the 6th angle? Now notice we don't have a diagram here, but we can still answer this question just having the word problem. So first you want to identify what's your n value, and a hexagon has 6 sides, therefore n equals 6. And you want to find your total interior angle measurement. So we're going to use our formula, n minus 2 times 180. Our n is equal to 6, so 6 minus 2 times 180. 6 minus 2 is 4, and 4 times 180 is going to give us 720 degrees. So we identified our total angle measurement. So now we want to set up an equation because we want to find the missing 6th angle. So let's set it up. Our first angle is 142 degrees, and we're going to add that to our second, which is 84, plus our third is 123, plus our fourth, 130, plus our fifth is 90, and then we're looking for our 6, so we're going to replace that with x, and we're going to set it equal to 720. Next step, you want to combine your like terms. So we're going to add 142 plus 84 plus 123 plus 130 plus 90 gives us 569 plus x equals 720. You want to get x by itself, so we're going to subtract 569 from both sides. 569's cancel, and x equals 720 minus 569 equals 151 degrees. And that is your final answer. That is the measure of your 6th angle. So what I would like you to do is the you try section, and we will discuss your answer in class. Thank you.